Go.
Juan Cotto touching bases with you from Seattle Pacific University. This is Rainier Avenue Radio World's broadcast of these Seattle's Metro League Championship basketball games. And tonight, a very, very, very special game for all of you, the rivalry game, the game that you wanted to hear and many wanted to see. A lot of you, let's be honest, didn't want to see it. If you're into the public school, the public schools, you didn't want to see this. You don't want to see the O'Day Fighting Irish and the Seattle Prep Panthers, but two story programs, two long time fighting Irish, the school up on Capitol Hill. You all know who they are, the Fighting Irish of O'Day. Seattle Prep Panthers, the Jesuit school on North Capitol Hill. What an exciting night of basketball that we are seeing. And I'm looking forward to seeing what's going on in this basketball game as they're calling out the starting lineups for the Seattle Prep Panthers right now. We got Jared Rosnos, guys that have played some football this year. We know these guys. We know Jared Rosnos. We know Velling. We know Braden Smith, guys like that. What a year they had on the gridiron, and now they're matching up on the basketball court right now. And then the Fighting Irish of O'Day. They're coming out here with Jalen Ellis, Max Debick, and we've heard all about Max Debick. He's a baseball player too. I mean, multi-sport guy. We saw him during the spring swinging baseballs up at Garfield High School when at a spectacular game there. Teo Staten Sylvester, number 20, coming walking out for the Irish. Owen Moriarty, and that's a name that rings through the Irish halls. The Italian Moriarty name. We all know about them. Then, of course, number 24, Jermaine Davis. And one name that's missing for O'Day. He's in North Carolina right now. He's at Duke University. The All American Paulo Banquero. He is not with the Fighting Irish this whole spring. Set out basketball, decided not to play and save himself for college this year. He's down with Mike Krzyzewski at Duke University. So here comes the Seattle Prep Panthers. Here comes the O'Day Fighting Irish for a little tip. Two Catholic schools, two proud institutions, two schools that know a lot about success. As we look forward to tipping off this basketball game here, it'll be Seattle Preps basketball. That's Chike Enzu with the basketball. He flips it to Kyle Carlissimo. Yes, that is the son of P.J. Carlissimo. Long time basketball coach, long time man that was at Seton Hall and was once the head coach, I believe, of your Seattle Supersonics. Ball gets tipped out of bounds. Chike has the basketball, flips outside to number 22. That's Brandon Smith. Ball gets tipped away. And there was number 22, Moriarty, going to the basket. Moriarty steals the ball, and that's the first basket of the game. O'Day up 2-0. The Fighting Irish of O'Day wearing white uniforms, gold numbers, trimmed in maroon, the maroon and gold of the Irish. As a errant Seattle Prep bounces off into the hands of Max Debick. Debick to Moriarty. Moriarty to Jermaine Davis. O'Day goes up 4-0 real quick, lightning quick. 7:17 to go in the first quarter. We just started. Rainier Avenue Radio World. Carlissimo with the basketball on the top of the key. That's a Cyclops. He brings it up, guarded by Moriarty, flips out to the wing. That's Chike with the basketball. He drives in, flips out to number 3. That's Chike Ezra with the basketball. It's off the rim, no good to grab by Debick. Debick up the floor to Sylvester. Staten Sylvester, that is. And he went a little too fast, took a couple steps, and walked out of bounds with the basketball. Turnover O'Day. Seattle Prep with the ball. Braden Smith with the basketball. Moving it up. Heavily guarded by number 2, Ellis. Flip to Carlissimo from the free throw line. Ball rims in and out for the iron. No good. Debick with another rebound. Gives the ball to Ellis. Ellis on the right wing. Working the ball around. Moriarty, left wing. Debick down low. Dribbles across down the key. Flips the ball to Staten Sylvester. Flipped the ball to Jermaine Davis. Went right past him and to the wall. Seattle Prep basketball. Here comes the Panthers up the floor. Smith with the basketball, pounding it with his left hand. Flips out to Carlissimo. Top of the key. Carlissimo down on Leslie's drive move. And Carlissimo, you can tell that he's playing a little basketball with some professionals. He made a nice little move there. As the ball just goes down the floor so quick for the Irish, lay-in by number 24, Jermaine Davis. And O'Day has a 6-0 lead. 6 minutes to go in the first quarter. Just getting started. Prep down by 6. Prep at the top of the key. Races down. That's number 3 with a shot. That's Chike off the rim. No good. Here comes the Moriarty. Moriarty with a nice little dribble move behind the back. Puts the ball to Staten Sylvester. Staten Sylvester lays it in. And Mike Kelly, the head coach of Seattle Prep, says, I'm going to call timeout. And he's pointing at all of his players and kind of giving them a little bit of a tongue lashing. Granville Emerson, who's one of our broadcasters here on Rainier Avenue Radio.world, he's the assistant coach at Seattle Prep, and they're looking at a little bit of a deficit to get started. So O'Day running about the floor and really not doing anything fancy, picking up loose basketballs, and they have jumped out to an 8-0 lead.
Yeah, you can see Granville down there, and you can also see him on Rainier Avenue Radio Mondays at 7 p.m. with Pepe and Otis on the NBA, and 7 to 8 p.m. you get live sports and commentary from that guy, Granville Emerson, that you can see there on the screen, telling his team that, yo, you're down 8 and only 2 minutes in the game.
Rainier Avenue Radio.world live Juneteenth broadcasts. Juneteenth, and obviously it's a state holiday this year. June 19th, 2021. Rainier Avenue Radio will be broadcasting live from the Atlantic Street Center. They're going to have a number of programs going on over there. Hope you get a chance to listen in. As a nice bit of passing, and the ball goes to Tyler Russ. Russ with the lay-in, and that's Prep's first basket of the game. So whatever Mike Kelly said, the Panthers listened to and executed it to perfection. It's O'Day 8, Seattle Prep 2. Ellis with the basketball, one-handed pass over there to number 24. That's Jermaine Davis. Davis inside. He misses a shot. Debbie gets the rebound, and he got Tyler Russ got him. It was really a kind of a push and kind of a shove in there, and that'll send Max Debick to the line. Foul was on Russ. 5:03 to go in the first quarter. Rainier Avenue Radio.world. Juan Cotto touching bases with you, with my man sitting here, Daniel Bellis with me, as Debick's high arching free throw touches nothing but the bottom of the net. 9-2.
I'm just a man, not the man.
You are the man. Don't sell yourself short. that and $1, I get you a cup of coffee at maybe Denny's. The little tap for the rebound. It goes out of bounds off of O'Day. It looked like it went off of Debick. Prep's basketball. Here comes Prep up the floor. Niven with the basketball. Flips out to number 5. Prep working the basketball around. Trying to get the ball. Chike with the basketball. He's moving it. Brandon Smith with the basketball. Nice little dribble move. Gets past Jalen Davis. Jermaine Davis. He gets past Jermaine Davis and just could not convert on the lay-in, and the ball goes off of Davis and out of bounds. In for the Irish now. Checks in number 4. Perkins coming into the game for the O'Day Irish. And I know that's frustrating when you just miss it when the layup just goes off your fingertips. Prep inbounds. There goes Carlissimo. Outside to Chike. Chike with the basketball dribbling. Right-handed jumper off the rim. No good. Max Debick with the rebound. Perkins up the floor. Flips it over to Staten Sylvester. Over to Moriarty. Debick. O'Day running their offense. Lots of options. Here comes Davis with the basketball. Turns, spin, shoots, misses. Rebound goes to Prep. Here comes Chike up the floor with the basketball. Braden Smith with the basketball down the lane. Stops, turns around, and hits a nice floater in the key. Braden Smith makes a score. The Irish 9, Seattle Prep 4. Moriarty on the right wing. Debick at the top of the key. Davis looks at the three-pointer from the left wing. Nice rotation. Ball hits up the key. No good. Rebound, Carlissimo. Carlissimo hands the ball to Smith. Smith comes right down the lane, switches his hand, lays it in. And Braden Smith makes a score 9-6. Prep only down by 3 now, so they've gotten themselves right back in the ball game. 3:22 to go in the first quarter, and this is up and down action. Devick at the top of the king, just to the top of the key, just to the left. Moriarty takes a nice jab step, tries to get around the defender. He throws up a shot off the rim, no good. The rebound goes off of Smith's hands, and that was good. Whoa, wait a minute. They say it's O'Day. It's Seattle Prep basketball. I thought the ball went off of Smith's hands, but the referee center right there said it was deflected off of an O'Day rebounder, and that will be Seattle Prep basketball. Smith is walking up the floor, guarded by Perkins. Flips the ball out onto the left wing to Carlissimo. Carlissimo hands it back to Smith. Give the ball inside to Russ. Russ tries to go up against Debick, and Debick swats it out of there. Here comes Moriarty trying to grab on the floor, and he's hacked on the hand. That's going to be Chike. And just reaching behind him, Chike Ezenu. Chike Ezenu. I'm going to call him Chike because I like that name. And the foul is on him. And Moriarty comes out of the game, and Jalen Ellis comes back in. So we have Ellis, Debick, Staten Sylvester, Davis, and Perkins on the floor for the Irish. That's outside. Here comes Perkins with the basketball. He looks over to Staten Sylvester. Staten Sylvester drives into a whole pile of Seattle Prep players and knocks them down like bowling pins, and they call them for the charge. The charge is on Staten Sylvester. It's going to be Seattle Prep's basketball, and he just went to the key with reckless abandon, but just ran into a bunch of bodies, and they call him for the charge. Here comes Seattle Prep up the floor. Smith with the basketball, and he is closely guarded by Perkins. Flips the ball outside. A nice-looking dribble move by the Seattle. That's Jared Rasnos. Rasnos, number 5. He burns in there, hits the speed gas, and he goes into the basket, and he cuts O'Day's lead to 1. It is 9-8 the Fighting Irish. Fighting Irish rotating the basketball. Long jumper from the outside, right by number 2, Ellis. It's off the rim, no good. And here comes Prep down the floor. Chike Izanu gives Prep their first lead of the ball game. It is 10-9. Mike Kelly called a timeout at 8-0, and they've gone on a 10-1 run. The Irish. Devick stops at about just inside the free throw line. Jumper by number 20, Staten Sylvester. He gets knocked down, no call. 3-pointer, O'Day up by 2, 12-10 Irish. Beautiful day here for basketball here at Seattle Pacific. Nice looking hesitation move by Smith. Braden Smith gets to the basket. 12-12. And this action is fast and furious. Perkins back down the floor. Devick misses the follow, gets his rebound. He puts it in. 14-12. The Irish are on top by 2. 1 minute, 20 seconds to go in the first quarter. And boy, I tell you, if they run like this, they may get to 100. Nice run by Braden Smith. He gets the ball in. 14-14. Irish. Panthers running up and down the floor. Devick on the left wing. Gives it up to Ellis. Ellis, 3-pointer just left of the top of the circle. Off the rim, no good. Rebound Smith. Smith is everywhere. Long pass down to Russ. Russ, can he hang on to it? Yes. Nice looking move, dribble drive underneath. He gets knocked down by Devick. No foul called. Here comes the Irish back down the floor. Perkins with the basketball. Left wing. Long jumper. In and out. No good. Rebound Devick. Devick pushing, fighting, scrapping. It looks like they're going to call a foul on either Smith or Russ. Tyler Russ, I believe this call will be on, and he's kind of shoved into Devick, and I think they're going to call a foul on him, but this action is fast and furious, ladies and gentlemen. 38 seconds to go in the first quarter. It is O'Day 14, Seattle Prep 14. Tyler Russ comes up the floor just shaking his head. Here's the guys checking in. Nice pass into Moriarty. Moriarty couldn't convert the 6-footer. Bounces off the back of the rim, goes off hands, and they call it Seattle Prep basketball. Rasnos to Smith. Here comes Prep back down the floor. Wholesale changes. Carlissimo out on the floor for Prep. He gets the basketball on the left wing, looking for teammates. Here comes Rasnos around a couple of picks. Rasnos makes a nice little move, stop move at the top of the key, flips it all over to Smith. Smith being guarded by Perkins. Comes across the top of the key with 13 seconds to go. Flip outside to wide open Carlissimo. Off the front of the rim, no good. Rebound Perkins. Perkins takes the ball up with 5 seconds. Throws it over to Jermaine Davis. Ball goes right off of his hands and out of bounds. 3.9 seconds to go. First quarter, 14-14 is the score.
That's a
And here
lot of
comes Smith.
fours.
It is. A run of fours. And 22 gets the basketball. 2 plus 2 is 4. Here comes Rosnos. Tries to dribble around 3 defenders. Throws the ball up. And it goes high off the 24-second shot clock. And that'll be the end of a wild, fast, and furious first quarter that didn't last very long. It is 14 for O'Day, 14 for Prep. Metro League Championship basketball on your community radio station, Rainier Avenue Radio.world.
Yes, and how about a good shout out to our friends at Public Health Seattle King County. All of us have struggled through the COVID-19 pandemic, and many of our communities have been particularly hard hit. Some things definitely need to change, but a few things should stay the same, like protecting your child from serious diseases you can prevent now. Preventable diseases like measles, mumps, and whooping cough right there. And the fact that these two teams are close, no surprise to me. Second week of the year, O'Day defeated Prep only by 1 point, 53 to 52. So we should expect a close contest throughout this one, all the way to the final. And I want to know what Granville said to his team during that timeout, because it made it a game.
I just want to go back to something you just remarked on, and just as a steward of public health in this community, as the Government Affairs and Community Relations Director at Bloodworks Northwest, we know that this community has struggled through the COVID-19 pandemic, and many of our communities have been particularly hit hard. We know that, Daniel. Some things definitely need to change, but a few things should stay the same, like protecting your child from serious diseases you can prevent now. Measles, mumps, and whooping cough, and some of these diseases and some of these viruses, people are not being accounted for because the focus has been so much on COVID. Please make sure your children are immunized against the things that we have been fighting for years on, and like the measles, mumps, and these other diseases and these other viruses, including the flu next year. Get your flu shots, everybody, which I think we know we're supposed to do. Here comes the O'Day Irish with the basketball, and the whistles blow, and there's going to be a foul down low on someone on Seattle Prep. Let's see who they call that foul on. I think they're going to call that on Rosnos, I believe. Maybe he grabbed somebody.
They were like, let's start the second half. What? Whoops. Okay.
No, and that's so true, Daniel. I mean, it's a physical area down there, isn't it? No fly zone, as we like to say in the vernacular. Here comes Ellis with the basketball, flips it outside to Moriarty. Moriarty, long jumper, up the rim, no good. Rebound, Davis. Davis with the basketball, flips it out, back outside to Ellis. Ellis goes down the key, he misses. Rebound is by Prep's number 1. We can get some things going on with this. My Seattle Preparatory Academy with the basketball. That's Smith with the basketball. Harton. Hammernow with that rebound. Number 11 is checking the game. Austin Hammernow, or Hamashow.
Oh, I like that one. Hamashow.
That's one of those Cajun names. I wonder if he's down from that Cajun area. Hamashow with that rebound. Number 1, he's wearing number 1 on his back. So here comes Smith with the basketball. Long jumper off the rim, no good. Battle for the rebound. Whole bunch of Irish and a whole bunch of people were after that rebound. Comes out of it was Hamashow, and he flips it out to Smith. And Smith hits a long three-pointer, and that makes it 17-14. Seattle Prep up by 3. Basketball for O'Day right now. Davis, Moriarty, Perkins. Perkins takes a little bit of a jab step. Finds Ellis again. Ellis, top of the key, flips outside. Long jumper, up the rim, no good. Rebound by number 24. That's Nevin with the basketball. Nevin, and I think they're going to call travel on him. Nevin Marisic with the travel. Jason Kerr, the O'Day Irish basketball coach, came in, was at Franklin for so many years. Great success, great players at Franklin. Peyton Siva, one of the great players, played at Louisville with the national championship team. He's been sitting here at O'Day now for, I want to say, 5 years. First year they went to the state championship, lost to Rainier Beach. He did win a state championship at O'Day. And a nice shot by Moriarty at the top of the key, but it bounces off. Rebound to Smith. Smith with the basketball. 6:11 to go in the second quarter. But Jason Kerr has kept the Irish fortunes rolling, and usually puts together a strong program. And this is typical of what O'Day is: gritty, tough basketball, and come out with these great athletes and fighting the Seattle Prep Panthers tonight. Smith, turnaround jumper, no good rebound. Hamashow says, "Let me show you." Hamashow with the rebound and the putback, and a steal by Rosnos. Rosnos down the floor, flips to Carlissimo, and now the Panthers are up by 7, 21-14. Carlissimo with the follow-up on that steal by Rosnos. And the OD Irish are kind of searching for it a little bit right now. Down by 7 with 5:22 in the second quarter, rather. Staten Sylvester gives the ball up to Ellis. Ellis over to Davis. Davis drives on the key. The shot no good. Rebounded by Carlissimo, and here come the Panthers. Flip inside to Nevin. Nevin misses that shot, and the rebound comes to number 20, Staten Sylvester. And my man, Jason Kerr's like, I got to have a timeout here. I need to talk to you guys. So with 5:02 in the second quarter, Jason Kerr has a little sit down with the Irish. He's got something to say to them. See if they can get them motivated to get back in this ball game. It is 21 Seattle Prep, O'Day 14.
We've already seen earlier in this game what effect a timeout has. Obviously, right after Granville met with his team after trailing 8-0, they went on a run, and now they're in the lead by 7. So if O'Day can say the right words in this huddle right now, they can finally get back in this game again. So it's the power of coaches, man. There's a reason they get paid.
Miles Clark has checked in for the Fighting Irish. He wears number 5. And you're absolutely right. Granville Emerson, when he says it well, and he says it often. And let me tell you something. You don't need to be a basketball player to listen to Granville Emerson. Just listen to Little Line Sports on Monday nights at 7 o'clock.
Yep.
He and Pepe will set the record straight.
And Otis, too.
And if you love sports talk, let me tell you something. Pepe and Otis and my man Granville, they will set the record straight on all that's going on in our community and all for your community radio station, Rainier Avenue Radio.world. 5:02 to go in the second quarter. It is the Seattle Prep Panthers 21, the O'Day Fighting Irish 14. I guess O'Day is the higher seeded team. They're wearing the white uniforms. Prep coming in the blue and white. And here comes Jalen Ellis with the basketball, just walking it up. See if they can get something started for the Irish. Moriarty at the top of the key. They're going to see if he can dribble drive a little bit. And he gets the ball knocked away, but he quickly got it back. And they call double dribble. On Moriarty, and I don't think anybody liked that call except for the Seattle Prep fans. Jason Kerr has a little chat with the referees to find out, hey, what was going on there. So with 4:47 to go, it is the Seattle Prep Panthers 21, the OD Irish 14. Here goes Prep with the basketball. Here comes Chike with the ball. He flips it, tried to get it back to Carlissimo, but it goes off of Moriarty. Moriarty kind of slapped it away. It is now Seattle Prep's basketball. And here comes Chike. Throws it to Carlissimo. Carlissimo takes the basketball and flips it over to Nevin. Nevin gives it back to him. Carlissimo going down the lane. Throws it up over Moriarty and hits nothing but net. I don't know if PJ Carlissimo is here tonight, but if PJ is, your son hit a nice little jumper there. Nicely done, Carlissimo. 23-14. The Panthers up by 9 as Debick says, I'm going to take it in. Tried to get inside, establish himself underneath the basket, missed the layup. And here comes Carlissimo with the basketball up the floor. He was looking for Rosnos, flips it out to Harshino, flips it back to Carlissimo. And they call a foul. They call a foul on our man. Looks like he kind of gave him a little hip check. That was Hamashow. Austin Hamashow kind of put the hip out there, and they call him for that foul. 4:01 to go in the second quarter. It is the Seattle Prep Panthers 23, O'Day 14 turnover. A foul called on Austin Hamashow for an illegal block. And here comes Jalen Ellis back down the floor. 3:58 to go in the second quarter. Flips it outside to Debick. Debick looking for Perkins at the top of the key. And it is stolen by Smith. And this is going to be an easy layup. It is. Uncontested, easy layup. Braden Smith steals the basketball, and that makes the score 25-14 Seattle Prep. 3:37 to go in the second quarter. And O'Day is getting boat raced right here, down by 11. Nice little stop move by Staten Smith. Flips the ball to Perkins. Perkins to Ellis. Ellis to Staten Smith. Nice little drive back to Ellis. Ellis stops at the free throw line. Nice job keeping his balance. Debick for a three-pointer at the right wing. No good. And Smith with the basketball. Looking to move that basketball. Fancy dribbling. Nice little stop move. Try to flip it back to Nevin, but it bounced off of his hands. Goes to the end line, and the Irish and the Panthers bump into each other. That would be number 3, Chike, and number 2, Ellis, and they call it O'Day basketball. So with 3:09 to go in the second quarter, O'Day's bringing the ball down the floor, down by 11, 25-14. Working the ball outside. That would be Davis. Davis to Perkins. Perkins out on the wing to Ellis. Ellis back at the top of the key to Perkins. Perkins makes a nice little dribble move. He goes down the lane. And what do they call here? They call it before the shot. They're going to call the foul. I believe it's on my man, Austin Hamashaw. And Austin fouled him as he was going through the lane, so that'll give the ball back to the Irish. Debick with the basketball. He tries to maneuver into the key, throws up about a 4-footer. It goes in. That makes the score 25. Prep O'Day 16, cutting the lead to 9. Can O'Day get under? Can O'Day get back into this? Actually, that cuts the lead 9 points. So can O'Day get back into this before the half? 2:32 to go. Nice looking dribble drive as the ball was stolen to the floor. That's number 20. Staten Smith comes flying down the floor with the ball. He got out of control at the end of it, and Smith harassed him, and he stepped out of bounds. That'll be Seattle Prep's basketball. 2:28 to go in the second quarter. Inbounds pass goes to Carlissimo, left-hand side, covered by Moriarty. Prep setting up their offense. Have 4 men stationed on 2 on each side of the key. Nice looking steal by Perkins on a pass that was attempting to go to the wing. He drives in, lots of contact, and the ball goes down, cutting the lead to 7. 25 for Seattle Prep. O'Day 18. So O'Day trying to make a run before the half. 2:02 to go. Brandon Smith slows everything down, being harassed by Ellis. Carlissimo up at the top of the key trying to make a little run, but Smith kept the basketball, makes a nice move, and Ellis just jumps on top of him, and that was kind of scary. Hate to see the guys coming down on top of each other like that. Ellis comes right down on top of Braden Smith, and the foul is going to be on Ellis. 1:48 to go in the second quarter. That ball, he was not shooting, oddly enough, so that ball is going to go underneath the basket. Ellis is kind of shaking his head off, maybe trying to, he got his egg scrambled a little bit, trying to shake the cobwebs out. Down the key goes Rasnos. The flip goes to Carlissimo. Moriarty harassed him and knocked the ball out of his hands. At least that's what the referees thought, because they did not call over and back. Nice looking shot by, was that Chike? Off the rim, no good. Just couldn't get the 17-footer to go down. Here comes Perkins with the basketball. Dribbles outside, hands the ball to Ellis. Ellis goes up to Debick. Debick goes in. What a shot by Debick. Debick on an alley-oop play knocks the ball in. He was kind of undercut by Nevin Marovich, and he's going to the free throw line. Foul on Marovich. Just got under him. So one shot, and let's see if this cuts the lead to 4. It does. Seattle Prep 25. O'Day, well, they have the scoreboard. They say 20. I thought it was 20 after the shot, but it's Seattle Prep 25, O'Day 20 on the board. We'll see if that changes after the free throw. Flip out to Braden Smith. Carlissimo with the basketball. Gives it back to Smith. Smith being just totally harassed by Ellis. He is incredibly quick, by the way. He is really quick. Gets by 2 defenders, goes to the basket, and gets knocked down. I believe it's by Jermaine Davis. So that's going to put Brandon Smith on the line. 2 free throws for Smith. Wearing the number 22, Prep in their traditional uniforms. Blue, the navy blue with the white trim, and they got the Catholic cross on the just above the number on the back. Those numbers are white. They're just white as the first Smith shot from Smith goes in. Then they've got the SP above the number 10 on the front. Just a white number on those. Nice looking sharp look for the Seattle Prep Panthers. O'Day in their white uniforms trimmed in the maroon and gold we're so familiar with. O'Day's numbers are gold and they're trimmed in maroon. And the second free throw from Smith is good. They've got O'Day across the front. Block letters trimmed in red. Moriarty, Davis, or Ellis, excuse me. Ellis, 16-footer, down. 27-23. Seattle Prep up by 4. O'Day cut into this lead. They were behind, and they're trying to catch up. 54 seconds to go in the first quarter. Braden Smith moves to his right, dribbling the basketball, being hounded by Jermaine Davis. He gets by him with the quickness, couldn't convert the lay-in. Flip outside to Moriarty off the rebound, pass to Debick. Debick goes in, and he makes a layup. That makes the score 27-25. Prep back up the floor, though. Razzles with the basketball on the left wing. Comes right down the key, tries to go past Debick. He throws up a shot. It's knocked off the rebound by Debick. Debick comes back, gets the rebound. Nice play by Debick. He's taking it to the hole, flips to Moriarty, and runs into Austin. He runs into Carlissimo. Runs into Carlissimo and kind of shook up everything on Carlissimo. And that will be the charging foul on Debick, or the player control foul, as I used to say back in my day. And that'll give Seattle Prep the basketball with 22 seconds to go in the quarter. We'll see if that gives them an opportunity to go for the last shot. Clock goes down to 17 seconds, 16, and the very, very quick and very, very dangerous Braden Smith brings the ball to the top of the circle. Rainier Avenue Radio.world. Flips it out to Carlissimo. Carlissimo finds Rasnos on a back cut. Beautiful play with 3 seconds with 2. Here comes Perkins. Euro step, long shot off the backboard, no good. And that was the buzzer. So, at the end of the first half, the score is 29 for Seattle Prep and the O'Day Fighting Irish 25 on your community radio station, our community radio station, Rainier Avenue Radio.world.
Yeah, and shouts out to, of course, our sponsors, as always, Public Health, Seattle King County. Is camp, childcare, or in-person school on your family's agenda? Give your child a healthy and safe summer and school year by making sure they're up to date on vaccinations and well-child visits. You have the power to protect. And if you're enjoying the basketball on Rainier Avenue Radio, we're doing some community events coming up here, including we will be celebrating, of course, Washington State is now recognized Juneteenth as a state holiday. And we at Rainier Avenue Radio will be doing a double header of live broadcasts for you. The first one starting at 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Of course, Juneteenth is June 19th, the Saturday. And 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. will be Atlantic Street Center's 20th annual celebration at the Rainier Beach Public Plaza for a COVID-safe celebration of freedom with resources, food, music, Father's Day activities, and more. And then for the second part, 1 hour later, we'll be at a fellow park for the community celebration. It Takes a Village Juneteenth Festival with food, music, a history lesson, vendors, and community services from 3 until 5. So check it out. The first part, 11 to 2, Juneteenth, Saturday, June 19th, Atlantic Street Center, 3 to 5, Othello Park for It Takes a Village Juneteenth Festival. And then 2 days later, more community stuff. Make Music Day Seattle going on. Rainier Avenue Radio will be broadcasting all day long. You can watch on our streams, YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, all that. Worldwide holiday every summer solstice, June 21st. And free for all ages. We'll be at Pier 62 on the Seattle waterfront from noon until 9. You'll be able to watch and listen to performances from Al Hirsch, Tina Hendricks Academy, Surround Sound Band, Goodie Bag, Art Parlor, and more. Volunteer Park, there will be a 7 p.m. performance from Flower Pot and Music, a new collection of pieces by composer Elliot Cole. The Fremont Troll Public Sculpture from 5 until 8. With the Juckophonics, you can learn how to build and play music instruments created from found objects. There will be tiny marching bands all day, including 12:30 p.m. on the Seattle waterfront with the Mark Smanson One Love Band. And then finally, to top it all off, some window serenades. Select nursing homes are partnering to invite solo musicians to safely serenade residents from outside their windows, like Cyrano de Bergerac. Or de Bergerac? I don't know how to say it. Anyway, I need to brush up on my Shakespeare.
Cyrano de Bergerac.
De Bergerac. Okay.
You know something, Daniel? I have experienced some situations with my mother over the last several weeks, and obviously, as your parents start to grow old, they need to look at places to stay. My wife and my sister-in-law Carol have worked so hard, and I'm so glad that I've had them, and we've worked to establish a residence for my mom and make sure that she is being taken care of and taking all the necessary medications. And a lot of people need those services, and I think to myself, you know, my mother had worked for the VA hospital for all those years and all the benefits you get from being a government employee, but a lot of seniors don't have those opportunities. And Providence Elders Place Pace is a proud sponsor of Rainier Avenue Radio World boys and girls basketball broadcast. They are committed to partnering with residents to create an individual lifestyle. If you are a senior, please schedule a visit today to learn more about their services. Then, obviously, with this pandemic, Daniel, when you and I have talked about it so much, with this pandemic, all of us have struggled through the COVID 19 issues, and we've had to navigate all these winds of change. And many of our communities have been hit particularly hard, especially communities of color. Some things definitely need to change, but a few things should stay the same, like protecting your child from serious diseases that you can prevent now. Preventable diseases like the measles, mumps, and whooping cough. Please take advantage of the government organizations in our community that are there to protect our children. Get your immunizations, and you can do that through the Seattle King County Department of Public Health.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. And we definitely have to look out for our seniors. Like our Friday 12:30 p.m. says, Seniors Matter, hosted by Brenda Charles Edwards, who always gives great perspectives on issues affecting seniors, and highly encourage you to recommend that your grandparents definitely listen to that one on Rainier Avenue Radio Fridays at 12:30 p.m. We got actually have some breaking news actually in the third place game against Ingram and Eastside Catholic, playing for third place, and they are in the final minutes of their game. Eastside Catholic leading at home 58-55 in that one. Also in the placement games, also going on as a fifth place game, Roosevelt and Rainier Beach currently in action. A rematch of a broadcast earlier on this season on Rainier Avenue Radio where Rainier Beach won a close match. And also the seventh place game, Nathan Hale at Garfield, is also currently going on. We do not have scores from them, but we do have scores for the finals for girls basketball, including, of course, the championship earlier that was broadcast just a couple of hours ago. Seattle Prep finishing their undefeated season 54-48. But in the third place game, give it to Holy Names, finishing third place this year in girls basketball, defeating Garfield 60-51. And Garfield will finish fourth there. In the fifth place game, Franklin wins that one over Roosevelt 53-37. So Franklin gets fifth place on the year for the girls. Roosevelt sixth. And we are awaiting the seventh place game, Eastside Catholic at Lakeside. No score being reported to that. Baseball for the Metro League will be decided tomorrow, actually. Bishop Blanchette at 11-3 on the season will play against the undefeated Eastside Catholic Crusaders at 13-0 tomorrow at Southwest Athletic Complex at 10 a.m. is what we are hearing. Also in placement games for baseball, Lincoln defeated Lakeside by 1 point, 2-1. One run there between there, 2-1. Lincoln gets third place on the year, and Lakeside gets fourth place. In the fifth place game between O'Day and Garfield, that one goes to O'Day, winning 6-4 in that contest. A rematch of an earlier broadcast on Rainier Avenue Radio where Garfield pulled the upset in the final inning right there over O'Day. O'Day gets the payback, and they will finish fifth place on the year. Garfield sixth place. And in the seventh place game between Self and Seattle Prep, give that one to Self 4-3. That was played yesterday. Self gets seventh. Seattle Prep finishing 8th on the year in baseball.
Well, in the first half, the O'Day Irish early on, they took a 8-0 lead. Coach Mike Kelly called timeout and said, hey, wait a minute, we got to slow this down. And then all of a sudden, Prep just went on a run. I mean, they scored a basket on just a beautifully executed play coming out of that timeout. Then they go on a little bit of a run. They tie the game. And then all of a sudden, they're going like gangbusters. As we start the second quarter, they jump out to a double-digit lead. And O'Day started to really milk that lead with about 2.5, 3 minutes to go in the second quarter, and they started getting down low and getting that ball to Max Debick. To me, the difference in the game right now is O'Day's inability to really contain Brandon Smith, number 22, who I believe was the quarterback, if I'm not mistaken, for the Seattle Prep football team, and the kid who played extremely well all year. Looks like he's a multi-sport athlete and a really good athlete. But Braden Smith's quickness is creating problems for the O'Day guards. They can't stop him at the point of attack at the top of the key. He's getting into the key, and he's making plays for himself. And he's also dishing it off to a number of different guys, including their big guys, Russ and our man, Austin Hammershaw. And that, to me, is the difference in the game. I think O'Day, and I'm sure Jason Kerr talked to the Irish and said, hey, look, if we're going to do this, we've got to stop him. We've got to stop his ball penetration. Here comes Seattle Prep back on the floor. Chike, Carlissimo, Smith, Rasnos, and Russ. And for the Irish, Ellis, Debick, Staten, Sylvester, Moriarty, and Davis. So all 10 of the starters have returned. And Seattle Prep's basketball, as we just start the second half, 29 for Prep, 25 O'Day. The championship, Carlissimo rattles one in and out, no good. The rebound comes to Jermaine Davis. A little bit of pushing and shoving in there. Old Russ hit the floor. Top of the key. Ellis with the basketball. Flips it over to Staten Smith. Moriarty with the basketball on the left wing. Takes a couple dribbles. Corner. Oh, they call a charge. Carlissimo got his feet set and was able to stop the penetration. Jermaine Davis runs right into him, knocks him down, and Jermaine Davis is frustrated, but that's the kind of player Carlissimo is. I'm sure his father has schooled him. The son of P.J. Carlissimo, longtime basketball coach at the NBA level and also at the college level. Man who knows the game very well, and his son has been schooled, I'm sure, in all of the Jedi tricks. Right down the lane goes Russ. Russ lays it in. 31-25 Prep, up by 6. And there is that Brandon Smith again. He steals the basketball, takes it down, lays it up, but he missed the layup, but the follow-up by Rosnos is good. Jared Rosnos makes it 33-25. Seattle Prep up by 8. And now the prep side sounds like O'Day. They're screaming, defense, Panthers, defense. That was our chant back in the day. Long three-pointer by Ellis, who misses everything. Rebound by Chike. Chike up the floor. Flips it to Rasnos. Rasnos and Carlissimo get it outside to Braden Smith, and now he's been taken by Jermaine Davis. And this little man is KG Smith. Flips it out to Chike. Chike takes the ball to the top of the key, gives it to Carlissimo. Carlissimo to the corner. Nothing but net. 35-25. Panthers up by 10. 6:13 to go. Third quarter. Flip out to Ellis. Ellis, nice little dish inside to Staten Sylvester. And Jason Kerr calls timeout after the layup. Brings everybody over there. 35-27. It is the Panthers up by 8. Once again, Providence Elder Place. Please, if you have seniors who are looking for places to stay, if you have seniors who are looking for different opportunities and are looking for a place that people will take care of them, let's go with our partners, the partner with residents who create individual lifestyles. Schedule a visit to learn more today. That's Providence Elder Pace is a proud partner of Rainier Avenue Radio boys and girls basketball.
Looks like we got a final in that third place game. One that it goes to Eastside Catholic with the third place on boys basketball this year, 60-57. Ingram gets fourth place on the year.
Here comes Smith with the basketball, and it gets knocked out of bounds. He was trying to flip it over to Carlissimo, and the ball gets tipped out of bounds by Moriarty at Seattle Press basketball. Razanos is going to inbound it. He goes to Russ, who's left all by himself for a dunk. He's all by himself for a dunk, and the Seattle Prep parents are going nuts. And now here comes Staten Sylvester down the side of the floor. He's on the right corner, passes it back out to Ellis. And Prep is now up by 10, 37-27 after the dunk by Russ. It's Jermaine Davis with the basketball. Pounds it a couple times. Moriarty looking to see if he can get by Razanos. Stop, pop, and drop from about 16 feet. That's Moriarty. 37-29. Prep up by 8. Braden Smith just dribbling around, working his magic. Fake little shot, handed off to, and cuts back door. After he handed off the ball and got to Russ, he went back door for the play, and ball went off of Jalen Davis' hands, I believe, or maybe Jalen Ellis' hands, and that's going to be Seattle Prep basketball. Smith with the basketball, flips it outside to Carlissimo. Nice little dribble, speeds in, and there it is with the right-hand layup. Gets by, he is so quick, 39-29. They've got to figure out a way to stop Braden Smith in that penetration. And they're going to put Perkins back in the game and see if he can stay in front of him. Inbound, they try to get it to Debick, but the pass is tipped away, and it goes to Razanos. Razanos down the floor, lay in good, 41-29. The Panthers and another, Moriarty tries to fire it to Debick, but it's stolen by Smith, and Smith with a nice little floater. And it's now the Panthers up by 14, 43-29. And O'Day is getting punched, and Prep is looking as poised as they can be. Here comes the ball to Moriarty. Moriarty turns, pops, off the rim, no good. And Russ and Debick fight for the rebound. Russ comes away with it. He gives the ball to Carlissimo. 4-on-2 fast break. Smith fakes one. He throws a long three-pointer up off the rim, no good. Rebound Russ. Russ gives it to Chike. Chike goes in, and they call a charge. Moriarty held his ground. If that goes in, Prep is up by 16 points, and O'Day's got some real problems. Not that they don't, being down by 14, 4:06 to go in the third quarter, and Seattle Prep is running away with it 43-29. Perkins with the ball to Debick. Debick, top of the key. Staten Sylvester outside to Perkins. Perkins, nothing. Rebound Russ. Russ being pushed around a little bit by Debick. Here comes Carlissimo up the middle of the floor. Carlissimo slows it down a little bit, works his magic dribble to his right, flips off to number 24. That's Nevin Maravich, and it's spiked out of bounds by Debick. Debick, you would have thought he was a volleyball player. Went up and just spiked it down. 43-29. Oh, they call the foul. I didn't see that. They called the foul on Debick. So must have got him with the body. And that'll send Big Nevin to the line. The first one is good. And that's a 15-point lead for the Seattle Prep Panthers. Takes a deep breath. Flips it up. Great rotation. And it's nothing but net. 16-point lead for the Panthers. Irish up the floor. Perkins with the basketball. Flips it up to Moriarty. They shove it. A body down. People and Staten Sylvester goes in. They shoved Miles Clark right to the ground. Miles came in, and I don't think he was ready for this kind of action. O'Day, I'm sure that obviously they knew this season they were going to be going in without Paulo Banchero. Obviously, Banchero, the All-American, now at Duke University. O'Day probably wishing they had him right now, though. That would be very, very helpful. Finding themselves down by 14 points as they do steal the ball. Here comes Staten Sylvester. Kind of charging Roswell just a little bit. Perkins at the top of the key. Takes the ball in. Off the rim, no good. Carlissimo and Miles Clark fight for it. And it's going to go out of bounds off of Clark. It's going to be Seattle Press basketball. And Carlissimo needs a new face mask. And we've seen that in a variety of sports. You have to have the mask on. And if the mask isn't on, you got to go get another one. That one kind of ripped. So he goes and puts on a new mask with 2:52 to go in the third quarter. It's the Prep Panthers 45, O'Day 31. A 14-point advantage. And here comes Carlissimo up the floor. His mask is down just a little bit. They flip it around. The dribble drive to Chike. Chike gets the ball pried away from him by Perkins. They give the ball to Staten Sylvester, and he lays it in with the right hand. 45-33. See if O'Day can make a run. They made a run to close it in the second quarter. We'll see if they can do this now. Russ looking for Raznos, throws it inside to Nevin, and they call a walk. Nevin Maravich was walking with the ball. I'm going to call him Pistol Pete Maravich. That is a very, very closely spelled name. But Nevin had the ball, and O'Day's coaches were clamoring for a three in the key. Turns out he started walking with the ball and had steps. 45-33, 2:14 to go, third quarter. Rainier Avenue Radio.world. And you can hear the Seattle Prep faithful. They are just pumped up. Took them 40 years to beat the O'Day Irish in football. Although O'Day got the last laugh in the city championship, Prep's going to try to get him back in basketball. And Braden Smith grabs the rebound, and he's taking the ball up the floor. Minute 50 to go in the third quarter. This has been a Seattle Prep quarter, up by 12. Carlissimo, nice little dribble drive move on Oren Moriarty. Gets to the basket. He was kind of bodied out of there, and that'll send Carlissimo to the line. P.J. Carlissimo, head coach at Seton Hall, head coach for, I think it was the Golden State Warriors. The Golden State Warriors is when he coached Latrell Sprewell, and they had an unfortunate incident there. And then he came to the Seattle Supersonics for a little bit as little Carlissimo knocks down that shot. It is 46-33. The Prep Panthers on top by 13 with a minute and 37 seconds to go. Here comes Ellis with the basketball, dips and drives and shoots off the rim. No good. Rebounded by Carlissimo. Carlissimo to Smith. Smith in control. Takes it down the middle of the key. Hands it off to Mruss. Mruss has people hanging all over him, jumping on him. He makes the lay-in, and he's going to get a free throw to go along with it. And the Irish are down by 15 points. And here comes Mruss to see if he can knock it down to say, hey, O'Day, you're going to be down by 16 points. Off the rim, no good. Rebound goes to the Irish. Here comes Perkins up the floor. Minute 18 to go in the third quarter. That is the man Davis. Davis to Moriarty. Moriarty to Perkins. Perkins to Ellis. Perkins with the ball in the corner. Does a little dribble drive step. He wants to show Carlissimo something, and he does. Gets that one to go down. 48-35. Prep by 13 with a minute to go in the quarter. And this has been a big Seattle Prep quarter. Russ with the ball. Everybody can handle the ball nowadays. Braden Smith makes a nice backdoor cut. He beats Perkins to the basket, and they still have not been able to contain Braden Smith. Here comes the Irish. Perkins on the right wing, looking for Miles Clark. And then he tries to go to Moriarty, but he was distracted by a flash from Raznos, and the ball goes off of Moriarty's hands and out of bounds. And Seattle Prep is saying, hey, man, let's bury him right here. Prep up by 15 with 26 to go. Here comes Braden Smith, flips it out to Carlissimo. Carlissimo takes the ball to the Cyclops. Hounded a little bit by Moriarty. There's Jared Raznos with the basketball. Takes it down the left side, flips the ball to Braden Smith. This is the man that's been creating the havoc. Here goes Perkins with the basketball. Trying to guard the basketball, and Braden pushes him off, and then just Mike Clark comes in and just reaches in and punishes Smith. Smith, lightning quick with the basketball, off the dribble. He is just extremely quick. You got to keep your feet moving to guard him, and you've got to push him outside. And O'Day is just allowing penetration, and the penetration has just been deadly tonight. Here comes the ball. Inside to Big Austin. Austin flips it out to Carlissimo. Carlissimo for a three-pointer, and he traveled before he hits the three. Carlissimo shuffled his feet just as the clock ran down. threw up a beautiful rainbow, collected the ball, threw up a rainbow, and went in, but it will not count. So the O'Day, the luck of the Irish, down only by 15, which that shot would have made it 18. So the Irish get away, they dodge one, but still, that was a Seattle Prep quarter. Mike Kelly is talking to the refs. He's begging for that one. Trying to make a joke out of it. So anyways, as we come to the end of the third quarter, it is the Seattle Prep Panthers 50, the O'Day Irish 35.
And how about our friends at Public Health Seattle King County who continue to help us make these games possible for you? Call your healthcare provider to find out what vaccinations your child's due for and make an appointment today. Need help finding a provider? Visit parenthelp123.org, parenthelp123.org, or call the Help Me Grow Washington hotline, 1-800-322-2588, 1-800-322-2588. If you need an interpretation, it's available for you. And we got a little bit of a trivia for you there. Juan just found this out via the Seattle Times. Girls basketball Seattle Prep Panther win for the Lady Panthers was their first Metro title in 20 years.
Wow. The Seattle Prep Panthers, congratulations to the Seattle Prep Lady Panthers. And the women's basketball teams, they're dropping. We're just the Seattle Prep Panthers. So congratulations to them on winning the championship in girls basketball. Oh, wait a minute. Daniel Bellis.
What?
Daniel Bellis.
They added 6 seconds.
They added 0.6 seconds. 0.6 of a second. 0.6 of a second back on the clock. So we got a little ahead of ourselves. The third quarter never ended.
What?
The referees conferred, and they felt that after the penalty was called on Carlissimo, and that was just a penalty, they felt that he traveled before he got the shot off. The clock was set at the time of the clock left was 0.6. So now they're going to give the ball to the Irish down in the lower left-hand corner of where we are seated, which would be the lower left-hand corner of their court. They're going to try to make a long throw down the floor to Debick. Debick catches, turns, and fires, and it's a little bit short.
Well, that was much ado about nothing.
Now we can officially say that the third quarter, and I'm going to check and make sure the referees are conferring with me. Yes, the third quarter is now ended, and that will be at the end of three quarters. The same score as it was the last time we thought the third quarter ended. It is Seattle Prep 50, and the O'Day Irish 35.
And it's a little surprising that it's been such a dominating performance by Prep, because O'Day earlier this season won just by 1 point. It was 53-52 in that contest. And even though both of these squads have basically walked their way through the playoffs, with both Prep winning against Rainier Beach and Eastside Catholic, and then O'Day defeating Roosevelt and Ingram, both of these have relied a lot on their defense throughout the season.
It's one of those situations, too, where I think what happens to a team and the pressure, you believe you're going into the season and you're hoping that you have the All-American Paulo Banchero with you. You don't have it. I'm sure that every single one of those players from the O'Day lineup will say, hey, it doesn't make a difference. We weren't expecting him to be here with us anyways. But you know doggone good and well they wish they had everybody's All-American Paulo Banchero out there, and I think that would make the game a lot different. Also, people will start to say, well, geez, Paulo was the team, and I'm sure that this 5 guys that are out there for O'Day right now, Ellis, Debick, Staten, Moriarty, and Davis, they want to show everybody, hey, we can play without Paulo Banchero. So that we'll see what they can do in the fourth quarter, see what they can do. And I really think that the problem is if they could stop number 22, Braden Smith, from his penetration of things that he's doing, that would really help them as Perkins puts up a three-pointer. And maybe this is an answer. 38 for the Irish, 50 for Prep. Prep up by 12 as we start the fourth quarter. Carlissimo with the basketball. He's out on the wing, goes up to the top, gets to the space, and here comes Russ. Russ makes a life move through the key, loses control of the basketball, and he steps out of bounds. So let me see what can happen here. If somebody knocks down another three, this could be the kind of start that O'Day was looking for. And they flip back to Perkins. Perkins with the basketball. O'Day trying to see they got to move quickly here. Prep and man-to-man defense. Perkins takes the ball to the top of the key. He dribbles down the lane, throws one up, and it's good. So 5 quick points from Perkins cuts the lead to 10 within the first minute. So from a 15-point lead to a 10-point lead for Seattle Prep. 50-40. 7:01 to go in the fourth quarter. Here was Braden Smith. This is the man they've had trouble with. He penetrates right down the middle. There he goes. Flips one up. It's no good. He lost the contact on that play, but no call. Here comes Staten Sylvester. He drives into the key. The ball's knocked away from him by Carlissimo. Picked up by Austin. And a timeout, Seattle Prep. And I think what Mike Kelly's going to say is, hey, let's calm this thing down a little bit. Hey, we have live Juneteenth broadcasts coming up. June 19, 2021. My math, that is next Saturday? Is that next Saturday?
Yeah, it's not this Saturday. It's next Saturday.
Next Saturday. Yeah. So from 11 to 2 at the Atlantic Street Center, that's 11 a.m. to 2 p.m., the Atlantic Street Center's 20th annual celebration at the Rainier Beach Public Plaza for a COVID-19 safe celebration of freedom with resources, food, and music, Father's Day activities, and more. 1 week away from Father's Day. I can't believe it. I wonder what my kids have in store for me. At 3 to 5 p.m. at Othello Park for the community celebration, It Takes a Village, a Juneteenth festival, and there's over there, they have food, music, history lessons, vendors, and community services. Juneteenth, celebrate with the community. We learned more about last year. It's now a holiday as Braden Smith is running around with the basketball, got underneath the basket and got sort of I thought he had some physical contact there, maybe a hip check by somebody, but they just said that he stepped out of bounds. O'Day basketball. O'Day down by 10. 5 straight points for the Irish to start the quarter. Here comes Staten Sylvester. They flipped out to Ellis. Off the rim, no good. Debick tips the ball to Jermaine Davis. And O'Day started the quarter with 7 straight points, making it an 8-point lead for Prep, 50-42, cutting that lead to 8. And a little bit of pressure. Here comes Rosnos down the floor. He stops, flips outside to Braden Smith. Moriarty about to check back in for the Irish. Here comes Smith with the basketball. Nice little back cut. He didn't use it. And he goes down, he takes it himself, gets into the middle of the key, and Debick slaps it away. Here comes the pass out to Staten Smith. Rosnos there, and he lays it in. They call it good. Yes, they do. Staten Smith goes by Rosnos. Rosnos tried to stick his body out to just try to block the pathway. Staten Smith goes by him, a little bit of contact, and they call it as he makes the lay-in. So now with 5:45 to go in the fourth quarter, it is the Seattle Prep Panthers 50, the O'Day Irish 44. And if he makes this free throw, they've got 10 straight points. He misses the free throw. So 9 straight points for the Irish to start the quarter. Here comes Smith. Smith slips it over to Chike. Chike back in the ball game. He goes down the lane, throws the ball to Russ. He tried to throw the ball to Tyler Russ, and Debick knocked it out of bounds. Tyler Russ is really, really quiet back there. He just kind of slips and makes little cool back cuts. Always finds himself open running to the basket. Nice play there by Debick to stop that as Russ dribbles inside, gets Debick up in the air and lays it in. It was a big basket for the Panthers. 52-44, Panthers up by 8. Here comes Ellis. Ellis over to Moriarty. Moriarty to Debick. Debick throws it back on top to Ellis. The Irish baseball team played without Debick today. Big left-handed hitting first baseman pitcher. Long three-pointer by Moriarty. Moriarty knocks one down, 52-47, cutting the lead to 5. Here goes Braden Smith with the basketball. Ellis picks him up. Really important to keep him outside if they're going to have a chance. You got to stop the penetration from Ellis. Carlissimo dribbling the ball between the top of the key and O'Day screening for a 5-point closely guarded call. Didn't get it. And Rosnos with the basketball, working on Moriarty. He slips and falls. The basketball goes into the hands of Moriarty. Oh, no look pass by Moriarty. Down low to Davis. And now the building is going crazy on the other side as the Irish cut the lead to 3 with 4:29 to go. in the fourth quarter. They started this quarter 15 points behind, 50-35. A 14-2 run to start the quarter, and the Irish come within 3.
Man, if that's not lucky, I don't know what is it. But man, we want to, if you are enjoying this basketball game and enjoying all the programs that we're doing on Rainier Avenue Radio, feel free to send us a nice little donation. We take anything, and you can see the details there on the upper left of your screen if you're watching on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. Just Venmo Rainier Avenue Radio, or if you don't have Venmo, go to our website rainieravenueradio.world and click on donate. There's a couple other ways you can donate. They're a lot easier if you don't have Venmo right there. But we appreciate anything that you can give us. $1, 2 cents, $5, $100, 55, whatever you can have to spare. We appreciate it, and it helps us bring you these basketball games for free, by the way. No charge to you. Bring it to you for free right on Rainier Avenue Radio, your community radio station.
Telling the stories of our children in the community, RainierAvenueRadio.world. At Seattle Pacific University, the home of the Falcons. Head basketball coach Grant Leap of the men's program. They play their games here. And, oh, boy, are they playing a game here on this floor tonight as the Irish found themselves down by 15 points to start the fourth quarter, have cut that lead to 3, 52-49. Prep working the basketball. Chike with the ball. He gets around Perkins, but he flips the ball into the hands of Debick. Debick to Moriarty up the floor. Moriarty for 3. Off the rim, no good. Debick hits the rebound to Davis. Moriarty over to Ellis. Ellis to Perkins. 3:55 to go. RainierAvenueRadio.world. Perkins with the basketball. Flips it to Ellis. Ellis down the lane. Closely guarded. 2 shots by O'Day, missed. Steal there by Ellis. Ellis took the ball right out of the hands of Rosnos, gives it to Davis. Davis lays it in. It is 52-41, Seattle Prep. O'Day cuts the lead to 1. 3-point shot by Chike, no good. Rebound, bounces off. Chased down by Moriarty, he lets it go. And the ball is going to O'Day with a chance to take the lead with 3:22 to go in the fourth quarter. And the referee calls something here. Let's see what they call it. Is it the mask? Is it the mask? And there's a little conversation with Mike Kelly. And there's a little conversation with the referee. Kelly hands him the basketball. Don't know what they called. Perkins being closely guarded by Chike. Runs right by him. Gets the ball inside the halfway area between the midcourt line and the 3-point line. Ball was dribbling. He kind of lost control of the basketball. And the referee says the ball bounced on the line. He tried to tip it over. And it looks like there's a little conversation going between Perkins and Chike. See what they're talking about. Hopefully the referees will stop that from happening. And maybe it's just a little friendly banter, but you know how those things start to grow. Higgum Smith out near the Cyclops. He throws the ball over to Rosnos on the wing. He's working Davis. Debick and Russ. Russ comes into the key, makes a little dip under move, and they're going to call a foul on. They're going to call a foul on Debick. Debick just took his right hand and went at the shoulder, and then knocked him off kilter as he was trying to make that lay in. And it just bounced off. So 52-51 Prep, and Tyler Russ is going to go to the line. Russ gets 2 shots. They got a nice-looking pair of blue low-top Nikes with the white bottoms, and the first shot is good. I like those shoes. That was one of the things that Kobe Bryant left us in basketball is the low-cut sneaker coming back to basketball, and that is a very, very nice look for a lot of the players on the court. For Seattle Prep, they got the blue low-cut shoes and looking real good. The second shot is good. 54-51. Prep up by 3 with 2:40 to go. Fourth quarter. It's been a heck of a fourth quarter. The third quarter was Prep. The fourth quarter, the Irish came back and was trying to get it. Perkins, a nice little dribble drive move, throws down to Davis, lays it in. Nice looking pass by Perkins. Perkins is now establishing himself as the penetrating kick guard. 1-point basketball game. Carlissimo wide open. Oh, ice water in his veins. Knocks that one down. Mike Kelly calls timeout. 57-53, Seattle Prep. You can't leave P.J. Carlissimo's son standing there wide open. He's going to knock that one down every time, and he did. 2:14 to go in the fourth quarter. The Seattle Prep Panthers 57, the O'Day Irish 53 on your community radio station, our community radio station, Rainier Avenue Radio.world. Hey, if you were looking for senior services, the Providence Elder Pace is a proud sponsor of Rainier Avenue Boys and Girls Basketball. They're committed to partnering with residents to create an individual lifestyle. Schedule a visit to learn more. And hey, we all know that all of us have struggled during this pandemic. We've struggled in so many different ways, and many of our communities have been particularly hit hard, and we know this. Some things definitely need to change, but a few things should stay the same, like protecting your child from serious diseases you can prevent now. Preventable diseases like measles, mumps, and whooping cough. Call the Seattle King County Department of Public Health to make sure that you are up to date on all of your vaccinations. 57-53, 2:14 to go in the fourth quarter. Seattle Prep up by 4 on the long three-pointer in the corner. Reminded me of downtown Freddie Brown by little Carlissimo. Staten Sylvester throws the ball over to Perkins, and Perkins gets fouled by Braden Smith, who's closely guarding him. 2:02 to go. Ball's going to be inbounded over in the left corner for the O'Day Irish. Max Devitt comes and he fakes pump. Perkins fakes pump to him. And now Devitt catches the basketball, gives it to Perkins. 25 seconds to go on the shot clock. Perkins has the basketball, moves to his left, goes to the top of the key. Devitt, that's Moriarty with the ball. Off the heel, no good. Rebound is with Carlissimo. And he gets slapped on the hand from behind by Moriarty. 1:44 to go in the fourth quarter. Foul on Moriarty. And let's see, they throw the ball down. Is that going to put Carlissimo on the line? It does. Carlissimo's going to shoot 1-1. Prep up by 4. I see all these young kids in the stands looking at this basketball game, knowing good and well they'll be on this floor probably in the next 8 years. So cute to see that. I saw a lot of these young faces in the stands 8 years ago when I started going to O'Day games. I remember some of these guys when they were little guys, and now they're out there playing. An incredibly spirited basketball game, an incredibly well-played basketball game by two very respectful opponents.
We will depend on the scores table for the number of fouls.
Bit of correction going on here.
They are correcting the number of team fouls, and they've corrected it. So Seattle Prep is indeed in the bonus, and that's going to send Carlissimo to the line. The first shot by Carlissimo is nothing but net. Snap of the wrist, beautiful rotation on that basketball, and then bottom of the net. 58-53 Prep. Carlissimo bends his knees, rotation beautiful. Looks like he's practiced that a few times. 59-53, Prep by 6. O'Day needs a three-pointer. Perkins throws one up. Off the window! The bank is open! The bank is open. As Brother Patitucci used to tell me, you missed that one so bad he made it. He threw that high arcing jumper and it knocked right in off the glass and off the window and went through the hoop. I don't think he called that one, but when the bank is open, you can always cash it in.
That's a 3-point deposit right there.
59-56. Seattle Prep up by 3. 1:35 to go in the fourth quarter. Rainier Avenue Radio.world. Hey, Juneteenth next week. Atlantic Street Center in the morning. Othello Place in the afternoon. Live music, vendors, food. And let me tell you something. If Rainier Avenue Radio's involved in it, the food's going to be good. The food is always going to be good. Every event that Rainier Avenue Radio and Tony Benton say, hey, there's going to be food there. Go. It's like a smorgasbord. You better go prepared to eat. So great event celebrating this holiday. It's an opportunity for people to talk to each other, maybe learn more about each other, maybe lessen some of the tension, maybe learn to love each other. Who knows? 1:35 to go in the fourth quarter. Rainier Avenue Radio. Juan Cotto touching bases with you from Seattle Pacific University. It is the O'Day Fighting Irish taking on the Seattle Prep Panthers. Here comes Rajnos up the floor of the basketball. They're really closely guarding Braden Smith, and that's something they've really done to really stymie Seattle Prep in the last, I'd say, about 8 minutes of this basketball game, getting the ball out of his hands. He almost stepped on the line back there. There's, a nice, Chike tried to throw the ball over Davis, but Davis swatted it into the hands of Perkins. Perkins down the lane. He goes in there with the left hand, knocks it down, 59-58. Seattle Prep up by 1. And now Braden Smith has the basketball. He runs to his right. Nice shot by Perkins. Oh, it is getting physical out there. Braden Smith attempted a pass, and Jalen Ellis reached in and hit him with the body, and that knocked Braden Smith down, so he's going to go to the line. 59-58 with 52 seconds to go in the fourth quarter.
That's 9 team fouls on the Irish.
Now they say it's 9 team fouls on the Irish, so we definitely heard that. But here comes Braden Smith to the line. Up by 1. He takes it, bends his knees, he shoots. It's short! And there's Jermaine Davis with the rebound. Up the floor to Staten Sylvester. Back to Perkins, 46 seconds to go. He's operating on Braden Smith. Nice looking dribble move. Spins out, throws a Debick for a three-pointer. Off everything. It went off of everything, and Perkins went flying in. He tried to catch the rebound, and it went off of his left hand. And Jason Kerr is just scratching his chin. I don't think that's the play that he wanted, especially down by 1 point. Now Braden Smith breaks the press. He has the basketball. Up at the Cyclop. They reach at him, trying to tear it from him. Couldn't do it. Now Davis kind of jumps in on him and really aggressively fouls him. And the ball goes rolling out of bounds. And Carlissimo comes and talks to Braden Smith. Hopefully he'll calm down a little bit. Hey, calm down a little bit, Braden. Go on and knock down this free throw. And that's the way you talk to the Irish. That's probably what Carlissimo said to him. There's Braden Smith to the line. Right foot extended up a little bit. Brings the left foot up. Shoots the first one. It's down. 60-58. Owen Moriarty comes back into the ball game. Jason Kerr keeping a cool demeanor, but I don't think that's the shot he wanted down there with Max Debick shooting a three. Smith takes a deep breath, fires a shot. It is in and out, no good. 60-58. Prep up by 2. Perkins. Oh, he almost stumbled. Did they call the foul on Smith? They do. They call this foul on Smith. So Perkins takes the ball up the floor. He does a little dribble move, and he stumbled, and they said that was Braden Smith's shove that got him to stumble. Irish down by 2. Perkins runs in to Smith and hits a long three-pointer. He runs into Smith. He knocks him down, hits a long three-pointer. He holds the pose, and that puts the Irish up by 1. O'Day 61, Seattle Prep 60, and the whole team takes Perkins to the back of the bench. They are high-fiving and laughing with each other. What a shot by Perkins. That is reminiscent of Michael Jordan in the NBA Finals many years ago, taking Brian Russell, and many people thought that Jordan pushed him with the left hand. Michael said he didn't do it, and I bet if you talk to Perkins tonight, he's going to say he didn't knock Braden Smith down. But from this reporter's view, it was very, very close, and some people would say that was physical contact that knocked him down. The referees are talking about it. And I'm sure Mike Kelly is disappointed. But a long three-pointer gives O'Day a 1-point lead with 14.4 seconds to go.
Wow. Wow. I know Juan Cotto right here is fired up. He's already thrown his chair to the other side of the building. He's ready to stand for the rest of this game for sure.
Granville Emerson down there. I guarantee you that they're going to talk about this. You talk about honking it. They're going to be honking about this game Monday night. Granville Emerson and Pepe, they're going to let us know what they thought of that contact or uncalled contact, that no contact that was not called.
Yeah, you think he gets fired up about the NFL or the NBA? How about his own team?
Oh, Granville will tell you, baby. 14.4 seconds to go. The O'Day Irish on a long three-pointer by Perkins. They are up 61-60 with 14.4 seconds to go. Here comes the teams back onto the floor. Rosnos is going to inbound the ball. It's the starting five for both sides, except Moriarty's out and Perkins is in for the Irish. Rosnos with the basketball. Those are to Carlissimo. Carlissimo back to Braden Smith. Jared Davis has got to watch Carlissimo. And Staten Sylvester's got to watch Smith. Smith takes it in. His shot goes off the front of the rim. They got the shot they wanted. Braden Smith beat Sylvester down the lane. His 5-footer just hit the front of the rim and bounced over. Max Debick gets the rebound. And with 3.6 seconds to go, the Irish will have the basketball underneath the goal down here on the left side. Now they're going to call timeout and talk about it. 3.6 seconds to go. The O'Day Irish 61, Seattle Prep 60 on your community radio station, our community radio station, Rainier Avenue Radio.world. Unbelievable basketball game. In my recollection, the score at the end of the third quarter was Seattle Prep 50, O'Day 35. I believe that was what the score was. O'Day, an unbelievable fourth quarter, coming back to get in this ball game. The Fighting Irish of O'Day, 3.6 seconds away. Jason Kerr drawing up the plan. The starting lineup for the Seattle Prep Panthers is out there on the floor. Russ, Carlissimo, Chike, Smith, and Rosnos. Perkins and Moriarty are the backcourt now. And they're running their play. Let's see what they do. They come up with it. There it is to Ellis. They get the ball into Jalen Ellis. He was standing just to the left. They were all running like pass patterns in football. When Seattle Prep turned their head, he came in to get the basketball, flipped it over to him, and now he's going to go. Actually, they called the foul. They didn't have enough fouls, Seattle Prep, so now it's O'Day's basketball, and they're finally in the bonus. Next foul. Oh, he stole! I can't believe it! No! He threw it away! Unbelievable! Unbelievable! The ball gets stolen by Braden Smith. He throws the ball to Braden Smith. He lays it in, and the ball game is over. Perkins throws the ball to Braden Smith, and with the layup is made, and the ball game is over. And Seattle Prep unbelievably wins the ball game, 62-61. I can't believe it. I cannot believe it.
Wow.
Did that just happen?
That just happened.
Braden Smith steals the ball. The pass was thrown right to him.
What?
He throws the ball to Braden Smith, and the ball game is over.
Man.
And a dejected O'Day Irish bench.
Wow.
Perkins walks off the floor, pulls the shirt over his head. They are stunned over there. The Irish are stunned. Prep is celebrating. Almost a sense of relief. A sense of relief just hugging these 2021 Metro League champions. The Seattle Prep Panthers on an unbelievable, unexplainable play. Mike Kelly, he's taking Carlissimo, he's taking Rosnos, and he's taking Chike out to the center of the floor. And here comes the rest of the team to get in on the picture. They're just stunned. And I'm sure Granville will have a lot to say about that Monday night. I may have to call in. With 3.5 seconds to go, O'Day was trying to inbounds the basketball. He was trying to find, looks like it was Ellis on the wing, couldn't get it to him. And I don't know what happened to Perkins. He just throws the ball in. It looked like he threw it right to Braden Smith, who picked the pass, made an unbelievable move at the basket, laid it in, and the Seattle Prep Panthers are your 2021 Metro League basketball champions.
Man, your boys and your girls, total season sweep on basketball.
I mean, you just never know what you're going to see at high school basketball games. And I'm just so fortunate to cover it. You are listening to Juan Cotto touching bases with you live from Seattle Pacific University. The O'Day Irish, 3.4 seconds away from a Metro League title. Long jumper by Perkins put them on top. Prep fouls twice. O'Day inbounds the ball, throws it to Braden Smith, who steals it, takes it down the key, makes an unbelievable go to the basket, lays it in, and Seattle Prep is your 2021 Metro League basketball champion. This is where we need to have the walking microphone. I need to go down there and talk to somebody.
I know you want to, Juan.
So flowers are coming over to different people over here. All of the Seattle Prep faithful are celebrating.
Just so many comments of just unbelief here in the comment section. We got, wow, let's go. What a game. Wow. Just all the people just stunned that are watching in on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch right now. We got another one there, Michael Carter. Wowzer. Giving you the go gadget one right there.
The O'Day parents are stunned, and obviously it's only parents in the building tonight. Owen Moriarty, he says it best. He's just laying against the wall, head just and shoulders just resting against the wall. The Irish changing their clothes, and because of the facilities and how they've got everybody spaced out and spread out, the kids are just walking around stunned. And here comes, then this is a classy move. Perkins is coming over, and he's congratulating the winners. And the Seattle Prep Panthers are all shaking hands, and Perkins and everyone. And nice hug, a hug from Carlissimo, Here comes Debick, and they're hugging. So I mean, these are kids that know each other in the Catholic school community. So it's a close-knit bunch, just in regards to their faith. So they all know each other, and they all play on different teams, and they're all kind of shaking hands. And I'm sure because of COVID, they were probably supposed to keep some distance, but family always says hi to family. There's Jay Brian Losh, longtime Seattle Prep supporter, good friend of my friend Casey Losh's dad. And he's down there, got himself up in the mix. Actually, he's wearing Irish green stuff. But what a night of basketball. Obviously, the girls' game was great, and congratulations to the Seattle Prep girls basketball team. They beat a very, very solid and game Blanchette team tonight in a close ball game before this. But this game certainly takes the cake. The O'Day Fighting Irish and the Seattle Prep Panthers just battling down to the last second. Now the Seattle Prep team is singing their alma mater song, and they've got the parents on the floor, and they're singing, and sounds like a Premier League soccer game down there, for crying out loud. And the parents and the players just celebrating one of the most remarkable basketball games I've ever seen, one of the most remarkable finishes I've ever seen. With 3.4 seconds to go, the big play by Braden Smith, stealing the inbounds pass, making a just spectacular move to get to the basket and laying it in. And the Seattle Prep Panthers are your 2021 Metro League basketball champions.
And I think we got a little replay that we can play of that last play. We just
I tell you, I just what a great basketball team. What a great basketball game. Two great basketball teams. O'Day down 50 to 25. 50 to 35, excuse me, after three quarters. We were wondering, could they make a game of it? They did. Not only did they make a game of it, but they come all the way back. They take the lead, look like they're in position. Perkins' three-pointer puts them on top by one, and then the heroics by Smith.
can't believe it. And I mean, 1 point game, just like they played earlier this season, just a different result.
Seattle Prep, they're still just basking in the afterglow, and
I don't blame them.
And no, not a real. I just think they're so stunned. I think they're still stunned. Can't believe it.
Yeah, I think he had number 22 walking off the court there with his hands on his head, like what?
Braden Smith, a young man who I just felt that was the difference in the ball game through three quarters. His penetration and his quickness. O'Day was having a very, very difficult time trying to stop the penetration of Smith, but the big steal and his quickness in the final play of the game got them to the basket. And Seattle Prep is the champion of the Metro League. And I'm sure Granville Emerson is going to be talking about this Monday night.
Oh, I'm sure he will.
I'm going to call in as a disgruntled O'Day fan, and I'm going to give him a bunch of crap about it, too. My goodness. Congratulations to the Seattle Prep Panthers. Just a spectacular game, a very deserving champion. They were up most of the game. O'Day, a very, very game O'Day squad, fought the Dickens out of this ballgame to get themselves back into it. Down by 15 to start the fourth quarter. Certainly wishing that they had, probably thinking, Jesus, he's relaxing in his new home in Durham, North Carolina, or wherever Duke is, in his dorm room. Paulo Banchero sitting up, probably listening to us on Rainier Avenue Radio tonight.
He might possibly be.
Looking at his departed teammates, last week O'Day graduated at T-Mobile Park. The guest speaker for the Fighting Irish was Nate Burleson, who just won an Emmy for one of the most popular sports personalities, and he's going to be starting a new TV show down in Los Angeles, which I believe is going to be on the Fox network, but nevertheless, or maybe the CBS Sports Network, but nevertheless, he was the keynote speaker, an O'Day alum, and Nate made the keynote to the Irish faithful. And here is the Irish here tonight in a position that, sometimes the O'Day Irish end up being. O'Day doesn't win all the time. They win a lot of the time. But tonight was an example of a very, very, very game Seattle Prep team, a very, very well-coached Seattle Prep team. You're talking about Granville Emerson, and you're talking about Mike Kelly. And my hat's off to the Seattle Prep Panthers. Just a tremendous ball game and tremendous play at the end. And a team that could have given up, but they just would not give up. Monty Kohler sitting there talking to Jason Kerr. Coach, Monty Kohler, the longtime football coach of the O'Day Irish and the athletic director, talking to his basketball coach, Jason Kerr, and feels a little bit like the end of the Lake Placid hockey game. The O'Day is just stunned, and they're just looking over at Seattle Prep celebrating. I just don't think O'Day can get over it. But they will. And there's the announcement from Seattle Pacific. They're going to start kicking everybody out of the gym. I don't think Prep is done celebrating yet.
This will be a battle for the next 10 minutes here, because I know they want to stay here.
We want to thank our sponsors. Elder Place Senior Care. Thank you.
Public Health, Seattle King County as well.
Thank you. Hey, these are preventable. Whooping cough, the flu, just things that we have been taking care of for many years, and we understand that vaccinations are down for a lot of these diseases. Please call Seattle King County Department of Public Health. As people know, I'm involved in, I'm a part of the healthcare system. I help, I am the government affairs director at Bloodworks Northwest in my regular work, and we are trying to promote healthy habits and healthy lifestyles in our community. So important that you get your shots and you're staying on top of those and making sure that your children are immunized from the disease that we do have cures for. So please make sure you get those immunizations. And then, of course, next week is Juneteenth. Juneteenth at Atlantic Street Center in the morning from 11 to 2, and then over at the Othello Place from 3 to 6, or is it 2 to 5? 2 to 5. Go over, celebrate. Like I said before, if Rainier Avenue Radio says there's going to be food and music and fun, there's going to be food, music, and fun. Go get a nice plate of food. Get yourself involved in some of these community things that are going on for Juneteenth to celebrate. Go learn about the people in your community. Let's get closer. That's what Rainier Avenue Radio is all about. Let's get closer in the community by having conversations and celebrating with each other. And hopefully that will lead to more positive outcomes and less of the negative things that are going on in our situations in the community. Once again, tonight, the Seattle Prep Panthers 61, the O'Day Fighting Irish 60, the 2021 Metro League champions, the Seattle Prep Panthers, on your community radio station, Rainier Avenue Radio.world.
There it is, Juan. We would like to thank everybody for tuning in to tonight's broadcast on Rainier Avenue Radio, wrapping up our basketball season with a clean sweep for Seattle Prep and girls and boys basketball. The Reggae Hour is already in progress right now on the Rainier Avenue Radio stream. So go over there and chill out with some nice reggae tunes by DJ Neftali. RainierAvenueRadio.world, our website, or check it out, the app, Rainier Avenue Radio, Android and iPhone users. Download that for free. And go right now to check out some of the Reggae Hour currently in progress.
Reggae Hour. Hey, have fun with that.
Yes.
Enjoy the reggae. Enjoy the people.
All right. Well, that's going to do it for us for tonight. Thank you for listening. And good night.
Have a great evening.